Hi kids, Phineas T. Walsh here. Welcome to the Fallout Shelter, a brand new children's show just for you. Kids, I mean. The rest of you, you know who I mean. Bye. What's in a name? All of us are given names when we're born. Some fit like a comfortable pair of shoes, allowing us to skip merrily through our days. Others are either too long or too short and trip us up if we even dared to skip. Some names are hard to pronounce. Take mine, for example. It's not Phineas, it's Phineas. My name is Phineas. Although I must admit, if a salesman calls during dinner time and asks for Phineas, now and then I'll say he's not home. Now, I know it's not right, but there are times when I do not feel like shopping, you know? Now, occasionally sad things happen because of a name. There's a famous story about two families, Montague and Capulet. And trust me, they really, really, really don't like each other. At a masquerade ball, two teenagers, Romeo Montague and Juliet Capulet, they meet, fall madly in love, and then find out that each belongs to their enemy's household. Later that night, Romeo sneaks into the Capulets' garden and discovers Juliet alone in her balcony. Quickly hiding in the shadows below, he overhears her talking of love for him, the son of her father's enemy. "'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague." "What's Montague? It's nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name." "What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. O Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself." Well, Romeo hears this. He leaps from his hiding place. The two get even more lovey-dovey than before, and soon they're married. Now, unfortunately, if you know anything about the story of Romeo and Juliet, you'll know that things don't end happily for our young sweethearts. There's a famous saying, that love conquers all. Well, all, except the war between their two families. I'm afraid that poor Romeo and Juliet are doomed by their family names. When I was growing up, I too felt doomed by the name I was born with. Although I certainly didn't suffer like Romeo and Juliet. I mean, I just wanted a normal name. Something like Rick or Tom or Randy. Instead, I was named after Phineas Taylor Barnum, otherwise known as P.T. Barnum, who was the Barnum of Barnum and Bailey Circus, who later joined forces with Ringling Brothers to become Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, the greatest show on earth. He's also the Barnum of Barnum's Animal Crackers. Now, believe it or not, this box is the same as it was when I was a kid, with one important detail missing. The wheels used to fold down, and you could drive it around like a real circus wagon. Which I know doesn't sound like much to you, but it was so cool in the days before Hot Wheels and Transformers. And the crackers, great crackers, or are they cookies? You know, we could never decide when we were kids. What do you think? Anyway, Phineas T. Barnum lived a long time ago, and he was a very interesting man who was wildly famous for many reasons, especially his freaky funhouse museums and, of course, his circuses. So he was my father's hero, and he honored me with his name, which would have been fine if someone else hadn't had the same idea. Around the time I was born, there was this brand new invention. You might have heard of it. It's called television. And one of the first and most popular children's shows at the time was called The Howdy Doody Show.
Say, kids, what time is it?
Yes, you heard that right. Doody. Although Howdy was a puppet, he didn't duty. We kids loved all the characters of Doodyville, except one, of course. None of us liked the grumpy old mayor who was always mean to Howdy. Unfortunately for me, this grumpy old mayor was also named after my father's hero. His name, Phineas Bluster. Here he is with Zippy the chimp, who was also popular at the time.
My baby on it. Zippy, you're squeezing me a little too hard, boy. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. No!
My father may have named me for a famous circus guy. To my friends, I was a grumpy puppet. I'll always remember that puppet. It had these big bushy eyebrows that shot straight up when he was surprised, or when he was just being mean.
Phineas Bluster, you are too good to be true.
Man, those big bushy eyebrows really bugged me. My friends loved to surprise me to see my eyebrows shoot up. They were merciless, meaning to say they had endless fun with my eyebrows. But nothing lasts forever. As I got older, Howdy Doody went off the air. Phineas Bluster was forgotten about. And the teasing stopped. I didn't feel doomed anymore. I felt special. I mean, who knew that having an unusual name could be fun? I mean, I learned that something good can always come out of something unpleasant. And besides, could have been worse. My name could be Doody. Oh, what time is it? I blabbed away the whole time again. You believe this? All right. Next time, I promise we'll do something fun. All right? I promise. Now, if you want to see more of Howdy Doody or Mr. Bluster, there's plenty of great video right here on YouTube. Just search and you will find. For more information on P.T. Barnum, get your parents to take you to the Barnum Museum in Bridgeport, Connecticut. You will be glad you did. It is so cool. And if you can't make it there, there's always the website. It's wonderfully interactive and it's a blast. Now, Romeo and Juliet. Well, there's probably a copy of the play at home on a bookshelf. If not, there's always the library or a bookstore. Just look under the playwright's name. It's William Shakespeare. He's pretty famous. You'll find him. And if that doesn't do it and you need more, then just Google him and you know how much more information you'll find then. Okay? That's about it. Join me next time when Joey D and I are going to go for a walk and see spring. Haven't seen Joey all day and he'll be here there, so please come. This is Phineas T. Walsh signing off. Be safe out there.